Hi everybody, this is Zombie and welcome to another one of my dungeon boss videos. Straight out of the portal we have Koros, the very latest hero for dungeon boss. He's the new type, which is monster, which has also been attributed to a few other characters as well, which I may well do a video on at some point. There is base stats before he's been ascended or any abilities upgraded, so let's get straight on with the Ascension. So his first one, he gets Siphoning Rampage. And his next one, Practiced Hunter. And his second Ascension, Stinging Strike. A very powerful attack by the looks of things. Eater of Maladies. And Unnatural Fear. Okay. And there he is in his full glory. Many hours later, we now have a fully runed up and tested out Koros. So let's go through some of these traits of his first. Aura Eater. Attacks by this character deal extra damage to magical heroes. Now what that means is it's one of these traits, magical heroes. It's not one of these monster warrior types up here you've got in the top left of the character hero card. What it's referring to, I'll go to a guy who I know is magical, is this. So takes less damage from non-physical attacks. At the moment in the game there are around 20 heroes that count, so that extra damage that Koros is doing there is actually really rather valuable. Let's go back and take a quick look at it. So yeah, so it causes extra damage to magical heroes, very good, so that's good. So in PvP that's going to prove quite useful. Next we have Devourer. Purged and consumed effects heal this hero. So a couple of Koros's abilities allow him to purge buffs on the enemies that he attacks, so that relates to that. Next we've got Practiced Hunter. Non-physical attacks deal reduced damage to this character, with a chance to revenge against these attacks. Okay, nice. Eater of Maladies. Consumes burned and poisoned from an enemy hero on a basic attack to deal extra damage. So I guess if Furnace burns someone and then he hits and then you take more damage. Okay, good. And then finally, Unnatural Fear, immune to fear and chance to fear beasts on attacks. That's very specific against beasts. I guess he doesn't like beasties. On to his abilities then. So first up is his basic attack, Heads or Tails, which purges one buff on crit. So pretty useful. Next up, Purging Pyre. Ranged fire attack on all enemies, purging up to 3 buffs with a chance to burn. Consuming burns reduces cooldown of this ability. So this is the ability that is proving itself really, really useful in PvE and in PvP, particularly in PvP. This thing strips buffs off heroes even before you've attacked. The buffs get lifted, then the attack applies. So stuff like invulnerability or Shadow Blade's evasion just don't matter. You're always going to hit them. Strips off the buffs, then applies a ton of damage. It's what's actually making him, in my view, the replacement for Kozar after the nerfs that just happened. Next we have Siphoning Rampage. Melee physical attack on a target, plus 2 enemies, and you get some lifesteal for each magical hero that is hit. So not bad, 3 attacks from that one. And then finally we have Stinging Strike, which is melee physical attack for blah damage. Well, that's a lot of damage, with the chance to poison and ignores armor, and consuming poisons reduces the cooldown of the ability. Now that's all very well, but I know that what you guys really want to see is what to do about rune setup. Well, because I'm just using him for PvP at the moment, and I'm not doing a great deal with him in PvE because I've got my well-established teams with the Beast team. The way that we've been runing him up in level capped is like this, and this is pretty full on. So some of my poor heroes, some of maybe the ones that are a bit more redundant now, poor old Kobold and poor Kozar, I've had a few runes taken off them. And I've gone for pure glass cannon approach. This might not suit everyone, but it kind of suits me for PvP, the strategies that we're coming up with at the moment. We've got 3 pretty much identical red power runes there, and then I've got my very special superior champion runes from the PvP seasons 1 and 2, which give him some crazy stats. As you'll see here, that attack is gigantic. As I say, that might not suit everyone, but for me it's working. Some thoughts on Koros then. As you can see in this video, he's being used here as part of the RPT team, replacing Deiris though. So I guess it's not really called the RPT team now, but you get what I'm on about. He can be used in all sorts of cool configurations, give him lots of energy, let him use those really powerful abilities. That Purging Pyre ability of his is absolutely brilliant. Stripping off buffs before the attacks are even made. I mean, I'm not sure whether that was intentional in his design or whether it's actually a bug, but I do wonder if we'll see a nerf to that at some point in the future. His other two attacks are also excellent for using PvP or PvE, and they do a nice amount of damage. He is kind of squishy naturally, so if you're looking for him to take a few hits, then you're going to need to get some bulwarks on there. For good hero synergies, they would be the ones that you bring along, such as Furnace for all of his passives that he gives to fire heroes, Ember for the increased healing to fire heroes, and then the likes of Ignis and Nitpick for the extra damage that they give to fire heroes. In summary, I really do believe that Koros is indeed a game changer right now. With the nerfs that happened to Zen and Kozar, Koros has now stepped into that place and he's taken over, and I think that we're going to be seeing new metas in PvP that include Koros. Of course, that may change if they decide to tone down Purging Pyre with that buff stripping ability that he's got, but for now I've given him my finest runes and burned off my free heroic summons in order to get him started up as much as possible, because he is extremely good. And therefore, Zombi gives the new guy a big thumbs up. That's all for now, guys. Please do leave comments, questions or suggestions in the comments section below. I'll always try to answer. Remember to check out the rest of my YouTube channel for more Dungeon Boss videos, or search Zombie Dungeon Boss in Google or YouTube for more. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.